Mm-mm. What's good, YouTube? This is your girl Muna, and we are back with another video. So while we watching this video, I will be eating my soup. Yes, I love me some oodles and noodles. Not too much talking. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, Kendra, I had to turn myself in, remember?
Oh yes, you went to jail.
I did, Kendra. How you doing, girl? What's up? I'm out now. I'm
Okay,
at
so
home.
how was three flaws you have to work on?
Whew. My anger, for one. Um, Not what I say, but how I say it. And maybe my criminal record.
You have a criminal record?
I actually have to turn myself in tomorrow.
What the fuck?
I don't see what's cute about that. I don't find it cute. Um, she's laughing. You shouldn't be even be up on Kendra. With you having to turn yourself into jail.
I'm so
You
serious.
wanted to run?
No. I'm not. No.
Hold
No.
on.
I'm not running.
You gotta turn yourself in tomorrow.
I have to turn myself in tomorrow. Yeah.
For what
Probation
reason?
violation.
For what?
Probation violation.
Girl, what the hell? What's going on now?
And this, I see other podcasters on a channel. They always come at Kendra G for allowing stupidity on her platform, and I'm seeing why. She has no boundaries. She don't set boundaries for the women. She set boundaries for the men. Let's call that out. She set boundaries for the men, but she do not set boundaries for the women. Once you heard that she's supposed to be turning herself in, you should have kindly clicked off the live and let her know to go get herself together. So when these men podcasters, because they love to call out that the men podcasters be picking with Kendra, but I can agree as to why they pick with her. She set no boundaries for women. It's kind of like she is exploiting the black women. So I 100% agree with uh the other podcasters.
Johnny, we got the kids in the background. We didn't know Mama was a killer.
I'm not perfect. Listen, nobody's perfect. Okay, like I'm 30. I'm just paying for things like bloody situations that happen in my 20s.
What's the charge you turning yourself in for? How was jail?
Kendra, you don't ask somebody how jail was, girl. Damn.
This is close.
Why she look like why the guests look like Anthony Anderson? Yeah, I think like he's a comedian. I don't know if I'm getting his name right, but she looks like Anthony Anderson. She looks very much. She looks like a stud. She looks dykish. And you up here looking for love while you putting face wash on your face after you just got out of jail. You just you gotta make a lot of this make sense. A lot of it don't be making sense to me. For real.
I'm never gonna get from jails and people like that's going to jail because I ain't never going to jail. I ain't never going to jail. If I got to tell somebody, I'm not going to jail. I wasn't made for jail. What are you doing?
Well, I'm not going back.
Why are you calling us while you're washing your face?
I'm cleaning because I spilled grease and it like splashed up on me. So I don't want to get a burn.
Here's the deal. You don't want a man.
Huh?
You don't want a man.
Why you say that? I can't
because you don't do anything that indicates you are serious about getting a man. You called me when you was going to jail. Now you call me as you put a face wash or your face. You cannot be serious and say you want a man and you do all this.
Damn, you want me to come over here with my face all dirty and shit?
You should have had your face clean before you called me. I mean, here's the if y'all want to play with y'all time, but we got to start calling what it is because some of y'all cannot be seriously looking for someone because y'all do not present yourself in the position to be seriously looking for someone. You calling us while you got shaving cream all over your face, girl. So how was jail?
It was jail, Kendra. Like it wasn't.
So
It
are
wasn't
you
nothing
done? Did you like?
spectacular.
Are you on? So what's the? Are you on parole? Like what's happening?
Nah, I'm done now. I'm done.
You're done. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I did make you a highlight. Did people reach out to you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It was crazy.
Was your
She lying. I don't think nobody reached out to her. And I feel like if they did reach out to her, it probably was Kendra Cousins and they was trolling her. She looks like, I mean, at least in the last the first video she when she got on Kendra, she had like blonde hair and it was curly. She looks like a whole boy right here. A whole boy. If you just got out of jail, go get yourself together. Why are you back on Kendra trying to get clout?
So like
before you went to jail? I can't
when
remember.
I no, so like when I got released and I got back to my phone and everything, like it was like flooded. Like I couldn't even read like every single message.
To do what? Are you to give an update? Are you still looking for love? What's going on?
Kendra, I don't even know at this point. Okay. Like I feel you. When you like everybody ain't looking for something at the moment. And I think for me right now at the moment, I don't even know. Because everybody is like playing around. So I started playing around. And I know that's not good. Like two wrongs don't make a right. But I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Well,
I'm trying. I am trying, girl. I'm trying so hard. Like I be trying to take shit serious. I be trying to take people serious, but I don't know.
do you have? I was going to ask you this.
No, yeah, I work in customer service. So I do prior authorization. But I
Okay.
also work at a call center as well. So I work from
So I don't
home
want
and I
to.
work.
So now it's starting to come back to me, and some of the people felt like, you know, when you called in, because you have how many kids? Is it Janae? How do you say your name again?
Janae.
Janae.
So I have two of my own. When I talked to you the first time, the kids were having like a real big sleepover. So it was like other kids in my house too.
So you only have 2 kids?
I only have 2. Yeah.
I thought you had more kids. Okay. And you still didn't tell us what you had to go to jail for.
It was a traffic violation from 2.5 years ago.
And you
And
had to do jail
so
time for that?
yeah, so like apparently, so I was pulled over by Michigan State Police. They never pressed charges. So when they finally pressed charges, it was already like over 2.5 years later. So just had to take care of it.
Okay. So you do want to, you're done, like you got to let me know what's happening. I would just say this, and I do stand by it. I understand that, and I pray that it'll be different when we're on the app. But I feel like on the social media platforms, we get a lot of people at times that say they're looking for love, but they don't always present themselves in the best light. And
Right.
you know, and I wish people can understand. There's no other dating app that does this, that allows y'all to put yourself out there in front of the world. I told you I know matchmakers, and they're shocked at the things that I do, and they're like,
That's because Kendra, you have no boundaries. Stop making it seem like you got something special going on your platform that other dating coaches they don't have. They have standards. You don't. That's what make you different than the other dating coaches. You let bullshit, excuse my language, you let people come up here on your platform and play with your play in your face, play with your time, and you allow them to do it. Other dating coaches, they are amazed that you allow that because they don't. They have boundaries. So please.
do you know what we charge for the things that you do? But I really just have this love of connecting people around the world. But I do think at times you guys misuse your moments. Y'all don't present yourselves
Yeah.
serious
No,
enough.
like that. No, but see, that's why I said though, Kendra. Like honestly, I have Um, like I have definitely like gotten to that point where I don't take anybody serious anymore.
Girl, why are you on a dating show? Trauma bonding or trauma dumping, better yet. Who cares? You got out of jail for your traffic ticket because I don't believe that's what it was for. You got out of jail. I think she went back and she must have seen the previous video. Most of the time, when people make fools of themselves and they go look back at the videos of them making a clown of themselves, they feel regret. So now, just like all the other people that come up here for a second time and want to clear their name or rebuttal or whatever it is, she feels embarrassed about that first video. So now you're trying to look like you're more calm. You're not, um, you're having, second thoughts about life and the things. That's fine. You can have that. But why on a dating show? Kendra don't care. Look at Kendra's face. Kendra is like, girl, you're wasting my time. I'm here to help people find love. The Pookies and the Pookishas find love. And you are wasting my time. Why are you here? So right now she's trauma dumping on Kendra.
I know why I've gotten to that point, but it's like now that I'm there, like I feel stuck. So like I don't want to be stuck, like in that cycle where like I don't take anybody serious because nobody takes me serious. So like I'm always playing around, I'm always having a good time. But
Why do you
like
take?
I'm never
Let's start right there. Let's start right there. Why don't you take anybody serious?
Because of my past, nobody takes me serious. So I reciprocated the energy
So
that was
let's start
given.
right there. Let's start. Wait. Let's break it all down. Why do you feel like people? Okay, your two kids, are they by two men or one guy?
By two. So my son's father, I told you he passed away shortly after our son was born. And then my daughter's father, we just grew apart, honestly.
How old
Like
are
we
your
still
kids?
talk here.
How old are your kids?
My daughter just turned 13 and my son is 7.
And where are you calling us from again?
Monroe, Michigan.
And how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Okay. So you said no one takes you serious. So why do you feel like they weren't taking you serious?
Um, like I said, like I had a lot of like
How do you expect someone to take you serious when you get on a dating show? You come up on a dating show saying that you're looking for love just to trauma bond with Kendra, letting her know that you're about to go to jail, like as if that is cute. Wasn't nothing cute about that. So now you're sitting here reflecting about someone not taking you seriously when, girl, it starts with self. You're not taking yourself seriously. I don't know why you want Kendra, and Kendra is looking like the fool she is, having a therapy session instead of telling a girl, respectfully, thank you for coming to do an update. I have other guests, to get to that is looking for love. Instead of telling her that, she sits there and she plays a therapist. No boundaries.
a lot of fun growing up. I was a dancer growing up, and so
A
Okay.
dancer. Y'all playing now. Y'all really playing with me. Well, maybe some years back, maybe about 10. She said she 30. Wait, would you? I give it about probably 10 years back. She talking about, girl. She just look like she lie a lot. I'm gonna just leave it there.
What defines dancer? Did you dance
I
on
was
ice for Disney or did you dance on the pole for Henry?
I danced on the pole for Henry. I wasn't on the ice for Disney.
Okay. Okay.
But like again, that was
Kendra play entirely too much. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I do Kendra reviews. She's funny. Just automatically, she's funny to me. On top of her not having no boundaries, so she keep her show is clouded because she don't have boundaries. But on top of that, she's funny because I would have looked at Kendra like she had 5 heads. What do you mean? I dance for.
Was my past. I started dancing at like 18 or whatever. I stopped by the time I was like 22, 23. But like I just never met that one guy that like really took me serious because it was like every guy that I've been with, as soon as they find out like, oh, you used to be a stripper, it's automatically, oh, you should dance for me. And I had a friend of mine, like a real close friend, him and his wife, like we talk all the time or whatever, and he's like, nobody's ever gonna take you serious because of your past, and unfortunately, that's how like a lot of people are. So I started, unfortunately, just reciprocating the same.
Girl, nobody is checking for you. I promise you, she's lying. She's lying. Nobody is checking for you. Noticing that you used to, because I'm sure when you used to dance in the past, she did not look like this. Let me know at this age of 30. She said she used to dance when she was 18. You're now 30. Who can? I'm sure she looked different. You wasn't this big on nobody's pole. So now you're telling me the people you meet, everybody you meet is checking for you? Either where you live is really small and people from your past is telling the people that you date now. I don't think it's that deep. I think she's lying. We going to continue.
Same energy that was given to me, and I feel like I got stuck in it, which is something that I didn't want to do. But I feel like I got stuck in just like reciprocating, like, okay, you're not gonna take me serious, I'm not gonna take you serious. You know, I live alone, my bills is paid, everything is good where I'm at. You're not gonna call me and be like, oh, I want to see you, and you just want to come and see if you can get some nookie. Like, we're not doing that. So I'm not gonna take you serious on anything.
What female don't go through that? I don't think these guys found out she was dancing. If anything, I feel like she go around like how when she came up on Kendra the first time, she came up on here and she told Kendra she used to be a stripper. Kendra didn't know that. Kendra did not ask her that. So basically, you telling me you just told the whole world you're a stripper without nobody finding out no receipts or anything. You just told the whole world that. So she's lying. I think she go bragging about her past, and maybe the guys judge her, but I don't even feel like she was a stripper before. I mean, maybe because I'm going on how she look right now, but I highly doubt any guys coming up to her like, "Oh, I heard you was a stripper in the past, and now they not taking her seriously." No, I don't think that. I think she's going around telling guys she was a stripper, and whatever comes from that comes from that.
And like I said, I don't want to get stuck in there. Like I'm learning how to like unstick myself from that mindset.
So let me jump in. I think, first of all, I appreciate your transparency. I want to acknowledge that because it does take a lot of courage to come on my show and the internet and to be judged by strangers, right?
Right.
So I do want to say I think it's strength in your transparency and you're being vulnerable. I think these are life lessons, right? So you're 30 years old, and the reason I was asking you about why didn't they take you serious? Okay, now we got to the root of it.
Right.
I always say this: listen, if I don't know when I'm going to go see Jesus, okay, but whenever that time comes, and if there's anything you can remember, Kendra G said, remember law of attraction because it is the answer to every single thing you need to know, and you attract who you are. There is the energy that you are giving out that then signals people that are on that same wavelength. And a lot of times people, when they call me in particular, this is why I always talk about the three flaws question, they could point the fingers and tell me every single thing that's wrong with the person that they're attracting.
Right.
But what they're failing to realize is you are giving off the energy to attract that person. Now, just being quite honest for you, I can remember the rundown of the type of guy you said you desired, but most men who are wanting to take a woman seriously more than likely will not choose a stripper. This is no diss to strippers. I don't know the life story. I'm not here to judge that. I'm just here to have the tough, real conversation. It's like
But no, like no, I mean that is really true though. Like a lot of guys would like a lot of guys don't take strippers serious, and I understand. I understood that like at an early age. Like I've been understood that. I think I know for me where like my problem came in. Um, I stopped. It's like when you go from something that you're used to on a regular basis to a 9 to 5. That's like a drug dealer going to a 9 to 5. Like that transition, it was not easy. But I made that transition because my kids were growing up. I was not about to be 26, 27, 30 years old, still taking my damn top off for old drunken men. I wasn't about to do that. So like I made that change. Like and it took me a lot of mental capacity to like do that. It took a lot of mental capacity to go from making, 1,000 to 2 grand a night to waiting a week or every 2 weeks for a paycheck.
Girl, where's we going here? I don't know where we are going. First, it was the men treating you differently. Now she's talking about the money.
And so like I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at my change. I enjoy my change. Like I'm happy where I'm at. I feel like I'm happier now than what I was before. But I do have to change that about myself, like reciprocating the negative energy that's given to me.
She act like it's not other ways to get money besides working a 9 to 5. Nobody is stopping you. You out of jail. Why you can't go find another way to make money? And she trying to downplay people that work a 9 to 5. How? Why? Talking about, yeah, I take my little change. Why do all of that? If you feel like you used to make a lot of money stripping, because you still got to convince me. I'm not convinced. If you used to feel like you make a lot of money, used to make a lot of money stripping, then and you feel like you had a hard time transitioning to 9 to 5, it's it's millions of ways you can go make an ample amount of money, residual income, passive income. What are we sitting here talking about right now? And Kendra, nothing.
Right? And I always say this, I mean, you for the viewers in the comment section, they'll thank you for being entertaining because it gives them something to watch for entertainment.
Right.
It gives them
Right.
something to talk about. It gives them somebody to judge. So you're playing right in their hand. But does that get you the potential guy you want to date? Right. So like it's one thing to call my show and just want, okay, there's some people who just call my show and they just want clout. They just want to be seen. They just want
Right.
whatever comes from this platform. And that's why I said in the beginning, like, okay, you were a stripper years ago, but in more recent, you just went to jail. You called me as you was washing your face. That's why I said you can't be serious because those things do not signal a man who is serious trying to align himself with the woman. Like those are red flags beyond. So you got to decide if you're willing to become who you want to date. I ask this
Right.
question all the time, like, would you date you? And sometimes people say no. So it's like you wouldn't date yourself, but you want somebody else to date you. It doesn't really make
Right.
sense. So you might, I could tell that this switch that you're trying to be, you're being more vulnerable and transparent. So I don't want to be too hard on you, but I do think you got to do some self assessment, and maybe you do got to woosah and take some time to yourself and figure out what type of woman you want to become so you can attract a man on the same. Because this type of woman is gonna attract the type of guy you don't want. Like
Right.
only they call it Pookie and Ray Ray's, but only Pookie and Ray Ray don't care that you was once a stripper, or let's say we
Right.
move past that you just got out of jail. Cause Pookie like I got out of jail at the same time too. I know what's going on. Like, so if that's who you want, then that's who you want. If that's not who you want, then you gotta start with yourself and make changes.
Right. No, yeah,
We have
that is
we
definitely.
have this question for you. Have you ever thought to not tell men your past? It was almost 10 years ago. That's not the same as 1 2 years ago. plus strippers get wiped every day. I was
That's what I'm saying. It seems like she's stuck in the past. That was like 12 years ago. You talking about you was a stripper and people was finding out that you was a stripper and they was treating you like they didn't care about you. Or what are you talking about? This is 12 years later. You look like Ruben Stutter in the face right now. She looks like Ruben Stutter. She looks like a whole man. You could not convince me she used to be a stripper. So I don't know if she's stuck in the past and she has a hard time breaking from like certain mental cycles that she went through in the past. But I don't know, between her and Kendra and their speeches, I don't know what's going on. It's given very much, ma'am, you just got out of jail, go heal. It's very basic. It's very much down to it. You got kids to take care of, and you worried about a man seeing you as a stripper. And then you said it wasn't that. It was the fact that you came from making all of this money, and then you had to go to a 9 to 5 when there's ample amount of ways to make passive or residual income. I don't understand what's going on. And right, and just like the guy said, strippers get wiped every day. It is a lot of strippers that get wiped. You wasn't one of them, ma'am. And I wonder how you looked as a stripper. I mean, you the one that came up on the platform and told people you was a stripper. Nobody went digging up your dirt.
thinking that. I wonder. I mean, I can tell you're being vulnerable, but do you normally tell men about your past?
No,
Okay.
Lies.
nope. My last two relationships. I'm sorry, my last three. Because I live in a totally different city now. So my last three relationships, I did not tell either of them what I did in the past. Each time it was someone that like saw me in passing that they knew. I was either invited to a family function, I was either invited, out for like dinner, drinks, and stuff like that, or just a regular like date, whatever, and we're just out and we run into like friends of theirs and everything. But those three times, people recognized me from that, and so that's how they found out about it. But I never told them about.
Okay, so you probably live somewhere in like a small city or whatever, a small town where everybody knows everybody. So if even now, if you look different, they still know who you are. So my thing is, you just said a couple of minutes ago that you don't care about that. It was more about the money, how the money changed, right? So just make up your mind, because if it was that traumatic to you, then that would mean you have to move out of the state that you're in, or move to a whole nother different part where no one knows you. You understand? But all of that comes with working on yourself, working on your priorities and what you got to do. It just seems like, why are we up here on Kendra talking about that?
The stripper past.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Okay. Fair enough. So listen, I mean, I do recall, is your name on the app, the name right there?
Yeah, it's the same name.
Um, so no more jail time. We done with that. You paid your
We
dues.
are done with that, Kendra. That is over.
Okay. Here she is. It's her username is J. How you pronounce your name?
John A.
John A. J. John A. J. is her username. John A. J. John A. J. John A. J. Okay. And you did the face verification. The red check means you did
Yeah,
I don't know for me, but she's giving cuckoo. She looks like one of them crazy chicks that will show up at your job, bust your windows out, slash your tires, and then go home and take care of the kids. And when you call her and ask her did she do it, she'll play like she never was there, or she just seemed crazy. I don't know how to put it. She just seemed like a crazy girl.
yeah.
face verification. We added face verification to the app to make it video verification. So now you gotta do a video selfie to prove you are the person in the photos. Full-time student, customer service, representative, 30 years old, long-term relationship. What is the age range you want to date?
Um,
Traveling with TCS has made traveling the world extraordinarily easy and comfortable.
With TCS,
I would say 30 to like 50. Like I'm okay with that.
30 to 50. I'm an open book, like it or not. I ain't sugarcoating ish. Looking for someone who communicates. I need my man to be able to talk to me when there's a problem between us. Social media don't need to know everything. Also, I want more children. So if you're ready to start, extend our families. I'm your girl. So you want more kids?
I do.
Can he have kids already?
That's fine.
Okay. Deal breakers, lack of communication, baby mama drama, sex-based conversations, 3,000 plus miles away. I'm not going to Nigeria, Ghana, or the UK. Okay, so
I
if
can't
you're
do
not
it.
in
I
the
can't do it.
USA, you're not an option. You said sex-based. That probably comes to you from when you share your stripper pass.
It's been like 21, 22. So about 7, 8 years, 8, 9 years or so. So
And did you have kids at that time, or did you get
yeah.
pregnant?
I only had one at the time. But then when I got pregnant with my second, I just gave everything up at that point.
Okay, okay. Well, listen, I am wishing you the best. It's single season can be an amazing season if you do the self work, if you do what's necessary to become a better human. Because I
Right,
always tell people, if you're always attracting red flags, that means you're a red flag, and you got to
right.
figure out what's the red flag in you that you can change. And now people don't want to admit it, but if yes, that's what everybody. If you get nothing but red flags, something about you is a red flag, and you got to figure out what that something is in you and change it. All right, this is a nice picture. Oh wait, they're nice, but
So, guys, that is it for my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back with another banger. Bye bye.